Isn't it crazy we sat down with Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
Isn't the craziest thing?
It's also crazy you're asking about just random.
Dude,
You're
I was
asking about like
on.
Adderall was hilarious to me.
Well, it's a real thing. I mean, Adderall is a real thing. A lot of people take Adderall.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was like a thing. I had no idea what I was
Adderall's a
doing.
crazy thing where like we were talking about this, like it's so easy to get here. Like
Yeah.
it's not because I was on Steiny's pod with Mia and what's this other girl's name? They have a podcast together. And she's from Australia, and she was talking about how like it's so hard to get like certain like pharmaceuticals, and in America it's like you can go and be like, oh, I kind of have a hard time paying attention. Like, here's Adderall.
Yeah. They
It's just
prescribe
so-
everybody that.
It's so easy here.
Yeah. No, I don't have a prescription, though. That's the thing. Because if I had a prescription, I'd be like dead. I just kind of grab it as I go if I do take one.
Do you think, dude, you should stop at some point. On a friend level.
Bro, I know that, but I'm saying this. Like, I'm saying, here's the deal. Like, you're meeting me right now at the present moment. Like, I'm like, how many people are willing to sit down when they haven't slept and go on a microphone and be watched by hundreds of thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just always try and bring it as raw and real as it is because I want to have an impact on people. Whether you learn from me, whether you know, whatever you take out of what you see from me, that's how I always put myself out there.
Even if they learn from your mistakes.
That's what I wanted to do. Why the f wouldn't I want people to learn from my mistakes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we're public figures in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? So like when you see all this fake shit on social media, it drives me crazy because it's like, dude, like just stop being a just put yourself out exactly what's going on in your life.
And none of that's real too.
And it may be dumb because it's jeopardizing business and stuff, but at the end of the day, like I just feel that's as raw as you can get. You'll never find anything with me that I've learned to be completely honest. That's my new thing. That like I never have anxiety anymore. I never have anything anymore because I'm honest with everybody at any given time.
Yeah.
I'll never look you in your eye. I'll never lie to you. Never. You know?
What do you think the biggest mistake you've made is?
Man.
In this space?
In this space?
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one. The biggest mistake I ever made in this space was probably giving up my first show that I did.
I don't know why the f you did that, because that was...
Because it was all, me and Conley had issues. That's why, but that's the only reason why, because there was money missing. That was it. So, you know, in this business, like you have to understand, like when people owe you a large sum of money, not everybody cuts checks all the time. It's like, it's hard to get money. Like people don't cut checks, even if they owe you, you know?
Yeah.
So then you got to go and do the whole sue, and yell at each other, blah, 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 and all that. That's the reality of the business is like, when there's this much amount of money in the line and you don't control the money. That's why the most important thing in anything in business is you control the money.
Yeah. Why did you not control the money though? And something that looked like it was like 100% yours for the most
Because
part.
the production studio funded it and they control the money because the deal you structured allows them to control the money, which now I've learned is like not something that will ever happen with me.
So are you going to try to be more consistent with your actual podcast now?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the crazy. I just don't have that motivation. It's terrible to say, but I don't have the motivation. Like I work so well with Kyle. I work so well with those guys. It's like, you know, and then I try to do my own thing again, and it's like I just don't have the motivation to do it, you know? I don't know if it's because I'm by myself with it. I don't know. Like, I just don't have the motivation as much as I used to,
Yeah.
you know? So, because I've been doing this for a long ass
Like the
time.
motivation to just get guests or like...
Yeah, just
Because that is a thing. Like
yeah,
that's
I mean, it is hard to get, like, bro, it is a grind
yeah.
to get guests.
And then it's also just like scheduling people flop on you or...
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. All the above. I think it's just the whole hustle I've lost interest in, but I mean, dude, that fully tilted pod, the little thing that I started right there was just like, you know, I've never done YouTube in my life. And so I had some guys that backed me and were like, you need to do YouTube. So they started up a YouTube for me. And basically, like, that's that.
But isn't that like creating the same problems before, like starting up the YouTube for you? Because they're controlling the money, no?
We control the money, but at the end of the day, they control all the production costs, all the production team, all the movements from point A to point B.
Yeah.
All the infrastructure on that end, but we control the money.
Makes sense.
So
is it just
there is
you?
no real money besides, yeah.
Is it just you on the like okay, so you have backers, but on the front end, it's just you now.
Yeah, I mean, our casino is a really big thing right now. So Mony Tilt is something we launched about 6 months ago. I think it became more legal in 22 states. An exact replica of Prize Picks. And then outside the U.S. is a casino, fully blown casino. So we'll be outside the country promoting our casino. You can't do it from inside the United States. It's against the law, which a lot of people make mistakes with. And all these streamers and whatnot, like, it's only a matter of time for the SEC steps in. only a matter of time before you think about like state by state, FanDuel, DraftKings, all these companies, as they state by like, why do they want their money going offshore? And why is some kid streaming from the U.S. in the state when he shouldn't be? And if the money's going from here to Gibraltar or here to Costa Rica or fucking here to...
It's super gray area.
It's not even a gray area. It's just actually pretty cut and dry. It's not a gray area. It's like...
So they're just getting away with something that they shouldn't be then.
No, I mean, if you are streaming inside the United States of America with like Roobet or any of those companies, it is against the law in a huge way.
Yeah.
So you need to go and find the jurisdiction that allows you to go and stream from there. And so, I mean, I guarantee even times like Drake probably with Stake, I guarantee there were times where they really want to look up Drake with Stake, that he didn't follow the rules. They didn't follow the rules. They probably turned on the lights and streamed from some location.
I feel like he's always in Canada, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine then. So he's good.
Yeah, I feel like he's always at his house in Canada. Like, he's got some pool in the background.
Why the fuck hasn't Kyle got Drake on the Fullsend podcast?
I don't know.
That's the craziest thing to me. They're like, tight. I see Drake always with him. Like, why isn't Kyle the balls to ask Drake?
I mean, maybe he has. Maybe it's just like a timing thing. I don't know. Drake would be like the biggest guest ever.
I know, but I look at it as like, if you're my boy and like I fuck with you, like if I ask you to do a pod, I don't care what level you're at.
Yeah.
You should do it.
Well, that's something, dude. Like,
you should do it. Like you're if you don't do it for your boys. That's it. Like I get really, really mad if somebody like doesn't respond to like doing a show.
You know what I don't like is when you do someone's show and then they ask you to do theirs and they don't.
They don't do it.
They don't do it.
Well, it just doesn't happen. I mean, that's just like you're a fag. You know, that's it. That's not. I'm out.
That's happened to me a few times.
I don't with you anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know,
like I felt like I was supposed to go do your show and I didn't because I felt like if I do
that was understandable. By the way, I was busting your balls when I was joking about Brad. I was like, Brad, I got a bone to pick with you. You didn't do my show when I asked you to and all that.
Yeah.
We were in the middle of a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like that's not, and I was doing it to be a dick and all that.
Yeah, because I didn't do it to be like mean to you. You know.
No, of course not.
I think you're hilarious and I love having conversation with you.
Yeah. But like honestly, low key, like that's crazy. Like I didn't talk to Kyle for months and months and months. Months and months and months. But it's good.
I thought you were never gonna be back. At one point, I was like, yo, he's gone. He's never gonna be back.
I knew I'd always be back. Because I knew Kyle.
I'm always back.
I knew Kyle couldn't. Kyle knows what I did for that. Come on. Kyle knows. And I can't wait for Dana White part 2. Dana butchered me.
He did.
Butchered me.
He did.
I have so many people like call me. Like I had deals, like stuff like that I was doing, like whatever. They were just like, what the f is this? What the f is this? Like when you're the president of the UFC, the most powerful man undoubtedly in sports, being like, you are a train wreck. You are a piece of shit. You are a fucking... It's like...
Yeah, they went hard on you.
I know.
So hard.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what that was. But all I know is that my...
You're here. You're still here. You're still standing. That's the best part.
Dude, I'm just still here. How am I still here is a question.
Do you have like you must have somewhat of a close relationship with Dana, though.
Dana's my brother. I love... That guy's I say is one of the chillest, greatest men on planet Earth.
Yeah.
There's nobody better than Dana White. Like,
Yeah.
he will literally tell it exactly how it is at all given times, at any given moment. No matter what, he's going to let you know exactly how it is, and that's it. There's no beating around the bush.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Dana. And he was at a point where he motivated me a little bit. After that podcast, I got motivated. You don't think I get motivated when I get slammed on the internet by him? Like,
Yeah,
of course
the
I got
guy.
motivated. 1,000%. And that, like, he knows me. I mean, I think Dana would be pretty heavy. We fuck with each other pretty heavy, but like, yeah, he came at me pretty good.